when we're looking at longevity, one of the key markers to longevity is keeping your glucose and insulin low. Oxidative stress will accelerate aging, it will increase inflammation, it will make you more vulnerable to the virus.
In this video, we will meet Dr. Mindy Pelz, a renowned expert in nutrition, functional medicine, and overall health. She holds professional certifications in helping patients improve their health through healthy dietary and lifestyle habits. Dr. Pelz emphasizes making dietary and lifestyle changes to optimize health rather than focusing solely on disease treatment. She is particularly well known for her method of intermittent fasting to improve health and regulate hormones. You may have heard of countless vegetables that are considered perfect for a healthy diet. However, some vegetables may actually harm your health. Today, let's listen to Dr. Mindy Pelz as she shares insights about foods that can potentially nourish cancer cells and negatively affect your body.
One of the key markers to longevity is keeping your glucose and insulin low. If you have blood work, what you want to see is a hemoglobin A1C that's under 5. You want to be closer to 4.5 for graceful, energetic aging. When you have a metabolic situation and a deficient microbe, you have a body that is aging quicker than it needs to age. It all comes down to that simplicity. Oxidative stress will accelerate aging, it will increase inflammation, and it will make you more vulnerable to the virus. And there is one food, you guys, like one food that science keeps saying over and over and over again that is creating more oxidative stress than any other. And it is the food you've got to get off of. And that food is fructose. Fructose is just a fancy term for sugar.
Hemoglobin A1C is a form of hemoglobin that binds with glucose, a type of sugar derived from various foods. A1C can be used to measure your blood sugar levels over a longer period. There are many types of foods that cause oxidative stress in our bodies, which you may not even be aware of. Oxidative stress is one of the primary causes of rapid aging and the development of numerous diseases within the body. Watch until the end of the video to learn which foods these are. The first type of food that Dr. Mindy Pelz recommends avoiding is refined flours and refined sugars.
Refined flours and sugars. Man-made carbs are going to put on weight. Nature's carbs are going to help you lose weight. Eat nature's foods. Things that come from the ground are going to be way better than things that came from commercial warehouse. Just because we call them a carb doesn't mean that they're the same thing. So really look at the refined flours and sugars. It doesn't matter if it's gluten-free or not. The more we process flour, the more we process a sugar, what we're doing is we're bringing up that glycemic index. So if we're eating refined flours and sugars, you're really spiking your sugar burner system, taking it much longer. You have to get fast a whole lot more to be able to move you over into this fat burning system.
Refined flours are made from grains that have undergone milling and refining processes. These processes strip away most of the nutrients, including fiber, vitamins, and minerals. As a result, refined flours are high in carbohydrates, which can cause rapid spikes in blood sugar levels and may lead to digestive problems and reduced satiety compared to whole grain flours. Similarly, refined sugars, although produced from natural sources such as sugar cane and sugar beets, undergo chemical processing and refining, which removes natural components like fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Refined sugar provides calories but lacks essential nutrients for the body. Consuming excessive amounts of refined sugar increases the risk of health issues such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular problems, and tooth decay.
Wheat bread. First is the way that wheat is being grown, at least here in America, is that it's a new hybrid of wheat, and inside that wheat is a toxin called Bt toxin. And Bt toxin is made as a way to kill an insect when it comes to the wheat strand. If an insect goes in, starts to munch on the wheat kernel, that insect will die. So that's what Bt toxin is supposed to do, is it becomes a way of killing. It's like a pest, it's like a natural pesticide that is built within the wheat that we're growing right now in America. Other parts of the world may not be growing this new hybrid. But here's the challenge with Bt toxin, is it also kills the microbes in our gut. So when we eat meat, we're decimating our gut health. So that would be the first reason. The second reason,
Bt toxin is a type of protein produced by the bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis, commonly used in agriculture as a biological pesticide. Studies have shown that Bt toxin not only kills insects, but may also harm beneficial gut bacteria in humans when consuming foods that contain it. Other research suggests that Bt toxin could potentially cause inflammation, allergies, or have negative impacts on human health.
that I don't eat wheat is because of glyphosate. So here's the deal with glyphosate is that wheat is heavily sprayed with glyphosate. And glyphosate also kills the microbes in our gut. Glyphosate creates a leaky gut situation, and glyphosate goes up and pushes heavy metals deeper into our brains. It's just not a worthy exchange. Don't get me wrong, I love the taste of wheat bread, but I'm not willing to change my gut microbiome. I'm not willing to have a leaky gut situation that tanks my energy, and I'm definitely not willing to drive heavy metals deeper into my brain, affecting my hormonal production and mental clarity. It's not a worthy exchange, in my opinion. One of the challenges we have with wheat bread, and this was actually some interesting studies that were done out of the Journal of Clinical Nutrition that showed that people who ate wheat bread actually ingested 400 more calories every day than people who didn't. And it was really centered around gluten. So it's more than just bread, it's anything with gluten in it, because gluten can be a stimulator of appetite. But the way I look at it is when you eat it, there's going to be 30 seconds to a minute of pleasure, of taste, but then you've got all these adverse reactions that happen that you're now going to have to deal with.
The next food that harms your health is diet soda.
Diet anything. So specifically something with NutraSweet in it. And here's the challenge with NutraSweet. A, it's an obesogen. An obesogen is a chemical that will block insulin receptor sites. It'll make you insulin resistant. So the first thing is that it moves you in the direction of insulin resistance. The second thing that it does is it spikes hunger. So there's a ton of research showing that NutraSweet, when it goes up into the brain, will stimulate the hunger hormone called ghrelin. And when ghrelin goes up, hunger goes up. And all of that happens from a chemical that we think we're doing to reduce calories down, and that ultimately is going to help us with weight loss. And it doesn't. A lot of you have asked me, like, can I have diet soda in my fasting window? And the answer is no, because NutraSweet is an appetite stimulant. I also ate a lot more than I ate now. In reality, what you're doing is you're promoting appetite, and a lot of times the NutraSweet will throw off the microbiome, and your microbiome actually controls your blood sugar. If you don't have those good microbes to bring blood sugar down when you eat, you're going to end up with elevated blood sugar. So don't fall prey to the NutraSweet. Don't fall prey to the diet soda. Get it out, especially if you're trying to lose weight.
Diet soda is a carbonated beverage designed to replace regular sodas, aiming to reduce sugar and calorie intake. However, it poses numerous health risks as it contains artificial sweeteners that are harmful to your gut microbiome. The next harmful food is fruit juice.
Orange juice. Everybody thinks I'm gonna have a glass of orange juice in the morning. It's going to be so healthy for me because it raises vitamin C. I have no idea where the orange juice, lobbyists are out there, but somehow we got it nailed in our brain that this is healthy and you gotta get rid of it. And let me tell you why. Look at this as a cup of sugar. It's literally a cup of sugar. When you drink it, your blood sugar is gonna spike and then it's gonna crash a couple hours later. And it's gonna put you on this massive metabolic up and down, and that is absolutely destroying your insulin levels. I'm gonna even go as bold as to tell you that orange juice is making you insulin resistant. And the fact that you would have it in the morning is setting you up for a day of metabolic failure.
Fruit juice is a healthier option compared to beverages with artificial sweeteners. However, there are still aspects to consider when consuming it. Even 100% natural fruit juice contains high levels of natural sugar, fructose. Excessive consumption can lead to spikes in blood sugar and weight gain.
Juice cleanses. The only juice cleanse that I could see that is metabolically okay would be like a green juice cleanse. But the minute you add in fruit, you're now tipping the scale away from this fat burner into a sugar burner. So when we add the pineapples, when we add apples, when we add oranges, and we juice those, you're getting more than the actual fruit itself. So if you're going to do a juice cleanse, it's got to be green juices. That's it. Even beets and carrots are going to be high in sugar and keep you over here in the sugar burning energy system. So juice cleanses, although your stomach may flatten because you're not eating, they're not a long-term benefit to weight loss.
The fourth type of food that Dr. Mindy Pelz avoids is fish.
I'm going to give a little bit of the reason why I don't eat fish, and then I'll tell you when I do, because I still eat it a little bit, because fish is my absolute favorite. Unfortunately, our oceans are so polluted that many fish now have heavy metals in them. So some of the bigger ones, hopefully you know that, like tuna and mercury, a lot of mercury in tuna. So as somebody who's detoxed a lot of heavy metals out of her body, someone who cares about her hormones, tuna's just not on my list. And I used to eat a can of tuna like every couple of days. Tuna fish sandwiches were my favorite. I'd order tuna out at restaurants. So tuna's not around in my life anymore. So we have to realize that there are certain loads of heavy metals and plastics in our fish because our oceans are so polluted. If you go to the Monterey Bay Aquarium's website, they actually have a list of the fish that are the least toxic compared to the ones that are the most toxic.
Heavy metals and microplastics accumulated in the human body can cause numerous health issues. Mercury accumulation can damage the nervous system, posing a significant risk to pregnant women and young children. Lead affects brain and nervous system development. Over time, heavy metals and microplastics can lead to chronic diseases such as cancer, neurological disorders, and cardiovascular conditions. The next food may surprise you: fruit.
Conventional fruit. Apples and bananas are kind of the biggies that I used to just, anywhere I went, if I saw an apple, I picked it up and ate it. Apple a day, kept the doctor away. Not anymore. Because what we know about conventional fruit is most of it's genetically modified. And in the genetic modification process, the vitamins and minerals are just not there. It is a dead food. I will eat fruit from a regenerative farm. I go to my farmer's market. I have this incredible place that has these Newton apples that are just to die for. They come in the fall. I have an apple tree at home. I'll eat that.
Genetically modified, or GMO fruits, are developed in laboratories to increase productivity, pest resistance, and enhance nutritional properties. However, they also pose several potential risks to health and the environment. Some suggest that GMO foods can cause allergies or have unintended health effects. Additionally, they can negatively impact the environment by reducing biodiversity, affecting insect populations, and disrupting ecosystems. The next food to avoid is instant oatmeal.
But it's the instant oatmeal that is the worst. I don't care if you're buying it from the healthiest store in the world. What we find with anything that's instant is that it's not going to have as much fiber in it. These tend to typically have some sugar in them.
Instant oatmeal often contains high amounts of sugar, which is detrimental to health. Due to extensive processing, instant oatmeal loses a significant portion of its natural fiber, reducing its nutritional value. Vegetables are a perfect choice for a healthy diet. However, there are some that Dr. Mindy Pelz has eliminated from her diet. The first vegetable she has given up is potatoes.
Is the potato. Now, hopefully if you followed me long enough, I am a huge fan of the sweet potato. I'm also a huge fan of making sure that you're eating a variety of potatoes. And here's why. The sweet potatoes of different colors and potatoes outside of just the russet all have a resistant starch in them. And this resistant starch actually will go into the lower part of your large intestine and feed the microbes in your large intestine. A conventional russet potato grown from a conventional farm is going to be just a big starch bomb. And you're gonna, same thing as the orange juice, same thing as the oatmeal, you're just gonna see a glucose spike, and then you're gonna end up seeing that glucose is gonna dip and you're on that metabolic roller coaster. So now, if you had a russet potato from a regenerative farm, if you mixed it with a variety of potatoes, if you mixed it with a variety of sweet potatoes, that's what I do in my house. I actually will chop up all the different colored sweet potatoes, all the different colors of regular potatoes, put them together and bake them. Now we're working with a different avenue towards health. We're not depleting health, we're adding to it. And my blood sugar will stay more even that way. A conventional potato, not a lot of nutrients in it. You add margarine to it, which a lot of people are doing it, and now you literally are killing yourself.
Resistant starch is a special type of carbohydrate that is not digested in the small intestine, but is instead fermented by bacteria in the large intestine. It offers numerous health benefits. However, conventionally grown potatoes contain very little resistant starch and lack essential nutrients needed by your body. The next vegetable to avoid is iceberg lettuce.
There's no nutritional value in iceberg lettuce. But here's the challenge. I see this when I go out to conferences to speak, is that when I go to a restaurant and I ask for a salad, most of the time the salad will come with iceberg lettuce. There is very little nutrients in iceberg lettuce. And if you get it from a conventional farm, it's the same thing. So, or it's even worse. The ways that we are conventionally growing our fruits and vegetables are deficient in microbes, they're deficient in minerals and vitamins. And I don't know, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're a farmer out there, I don't know a lot of regenerative farms that are growing iceberg lettuce. They're growing more of the mixed greens, more of the exotic lettuces, some of the new lettuces that are appearing. We get one of our favorite lettuces comes from, and I'm going to give them a shout out because I love them, is Spade and Plow. And when I go and get lettuce from them, they're our local farmer. Oh my gosh, I've never even heard of half of these lettuces. They are grown in regenerative farms. A salad appears to be healthy, but if you're doing it with iceberg, it's got no nutrients in it. A salad that's got all of these exotic lettuces and maybe some dandelion greens and some parsley and a lot of mixed greens in it grown from a regenerative farm, you can call them both salads, but they're completely deficient in how they're going to support your health.
Dr. Mindy Pelz has several important recommendations for you when selecting natural food sources.
Is what I find is that when you say to somebody, eat more vegetables, they go to these two. There is something called monoculture, where when we eat the same vegetables over and over and over again, we take our microbial diversity, we take the incredible health benefits of the microbes in our gut, and we start to create a subset of microbes that are flourishing, allowing the other microbes to fall away. You create a monoculture. When we look at what we need to stay microbial health in optimal order, which, by the way, your microbes in your gut support your immune system, they regulate your blood sugar, they give you neurotransmitters for your brain. It's really important that you feed them. We've got to open up your diet. Stop eating the same things over and over again. So if you've been eating carrots and celery for your whole life, it's time to try something different. Try some red pepper, some yellow pepper, eat the colors. Try some cucumber, try adding more salads, but let's stop eating the same thing over and over again.
Finally, the type of food we need to avoid is unhealthy oils.
Bad oils. So we've got to get the bad oils out and get the good oils.
So which types of oils are harmful to your health?
Canola oils, vegetable oils, cottonseed oils, corn oils, partially hydrogenated oils, sunflower oil and safflower oil, soybean oil. These are all harmful fats that cause cellular inflammation and they make you insulin resistant.
And which types of oils are good?
MCT oil is good. Ghee, Andreas seed oils, olive oil, it's avocado oil.
Finally, here is some advice to help repair the damage caused by oxidative stress.
How do you undo the oxidative damage? Intermittent fasting is one of the best ways to bring oxidative stress down. So if you are not intermittent fasting right now, if you have not adopted a lifestyle of intermittent fasting, now is the time to do it. Okay, second thing, exercise. So something as simple as exercise, especially if you're doing like high intensity exercise like we're doing in my Reset Academy, that will bring down the oxidative stress levels. It can help reverse the damage.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest videos. Thanks for watching.